where does the shot begin?
It says you're live.
Oh.
You're in there. Are we live? Yeah, I think we're live. Hey guys, welcome back. So we left off last week with this thing not running. We got a lot of feedback from you guys. Thank you for the comments. I really appreciate it. Well, let's review what we have done so far and what we need to do, and might have a little hint with what I'm holding in my hand. So Jason's here again, helping out. He's fishing, setting up a few things. But we went to start this and it wouldn't start. So we went through the normal process of checking things like if it has spark, number one, we checked that, and yes it does. So we know we're getting spark. So the next logical thing is fuel. Is the fuel rail getting enough pressure? Is the fuel relay working? So the fuel pump, is the filter clogged? I don't know, there's a lot of things to check. This isn't gonna be a super long live stream like last week. We're gonna keep this a little bit shorter, but we are gonna run through some tests on how to check the fuel pressure. We're gonna check for flow, we're gonna check the relay. But the very, very first thing we're gonna do is a real rough test that can help us determine if our issue is fuel related. You simply take a little bit, oh yeah, Jason's here now.
Hey, I want to say, hey Alan, how's it going?
We're gonna take a little starting fluid and just squirt it right into the throttle, and that'll, if it starts with that, it'll tell us like, yeah, we have a fuel issue. So that's the very first thing. It's kind of a rough test, but it will tell us if it's fuel related or not. Battery's good, battery's been charged. It should be up at 12 volts, 12.4 or so. So let me set this down and we'll get started.
And on behalf of Dale, I just want to apologize that we're 8 minutes late. 12 minutes late. What time is it? 12:10, something like that. We were shooting for 12 o'clock, but you know, we had stuff to do.
Yeah, life happens. So the audio from the video last week, when we're here, you can hear us great. When we're away, the audio is not great. Sorry about that. It's just the setup we have right now. So let's run through a few of these tests. Should we start with starting fluid?
Sounds good. You got the wheels chalked?
Yeah, wheels are chalked. We're ready to go. So
right.
You want to start it?
I will do the starting part.
So let me bring you guys a little closer here, and you can see what we're doing.
You got your fire extinguisher?
Yep.
In the garage?
Yeah.
Over there?
Over there. So we're just gonna open up the air intake here, open the throttle, put a little starting fluid in there. I've learned. Nope, I got it. Cover that back up. All right, give it a try. Yep. That's a good sign, guys. So that is kind of, it's an indication that we have a fuel problem on why it wouldn't start last time. Squirting a little bit of starting fluid in there, starts up. So next we want to check our fuel pressure in our fuel rail here. I'll bring you guys closer, try not to make you sick. So this is a multi-port injection system. We got our fuel rail right on here. There's a Schrader valve right here that we are going to use to test our fuel pressure. Make sure that we're getting enough pressure to the fuel rail. You want to hook that up, Jason?
I don't know if any of you guys are old enough to remember the show Wild Kingdom, where Marlon Perkins would go around and say, we're going to do this and we're going to do that, and Jim, the poor sucker, would have to do all the dirty work, you know, wrestling lions and stuff. So just call me Jim. I'll call Dale Marlon. Wait, it leaked everywhere.
There's a red rag right there.
You want to let it just evaporate? But there's a pretty good amount.
You can sop it up with that.
All right.
So this fuel pressure kit you can borrow from most auto parts store, and yeah, it just has a little Schrader valve connector that you connect right under the fuel rail there. We've got a little bit of fuel in here already. Where's our jug? Let me grab that.
You want me to do key on?
Or I can do that. You want to? That's as close as you can get it. So, oh, there you go.
Yeah, I can do that.
Okay, so we're gonna key on but not start it. So when we didn't talk about when we turn the key on, we can actually hear the fuel pump kick on for a few seconds. So we think the relay is working, and we think the fuel pump is working-ish. At least it's getting power. We don't know if there's enough flow, but we'll get to that as well. So I'm gonna key it on.
Key it on.
Not starting the key on.
Yep. Ooh, look at that. It's at 30 right now. Do it again.
So I'm going to shut it off, wait for about 5 seconds. It's been 5 seconds.
Yeah, it's been 5 seconds. Yeah, it goes up to 40, 41, which is about where it's supposed to be, I think, right off the bat. And I think it's supposed to be continuous at 31. Maybe I have those backwards. But yeah, we're up around 33 right now. Looks pretty good for pressure.
So we squirted starting fluid in there. That worked. Started the engine. We have pressure. You can have pressure. Hey Nick, thank you for the super chat. Awesome, thank you. I really appreciate that. Best Jeep channel. What does it say?
Best Jeep channel. I found very good information. Definitely worth donating.
Awesome, thank you so much. I really appreciate that.
And then we do have Snack am Ek Menzing, who's speaking German to us, and we don't know German.
I'll have to translate that later.
Yeah, so guter Sound, it probably means good sound.
Hassenpfeffer.
Mach weiter. No idea what that means. I know what Mach means, like Mach 1.
That's my whole goal of my channel, is just like help you guys out, save some money. So I appreciate sharing my knowledge, my experience. We're obviously not experts here, but we do have some knowledge to share. And if it helps you guys out, that's so cool. Thank you guys. So we squirted a little starting fluid in there. It started up. Our pressure is okay. So the fuel pressure gauge is good. So now we need to check flow. There's a little bypass valve on here to relieve the pressure when I push this little guy in. We're at 30, drops down to 0, drops fuel in there. So
Matt actually has a question. Why does pressure drop back?
The fuel pump, the relay only kicks on for a few seconds. And we need to look at that with them on, because we need to run the fuel pump without the engine running. So we got to go over to the fuel relay and bypass the relay so that the fuel pump runs continuously without the engine running to check our flow, right?
Yes, and also Alan McIntosh says trade it for an XJ.
We're getting there. Trade up.
Almost.
Yeah.
Kevin says, love the videos, looking forward to seeing this Jeep run, as are we.
Well, it kind of ran there, right?
Yeah, it ran for a little bit, so I don't know if you guys tuned in. Gosh, this is way too close. I don't know if you guys tuned in last week. Yeah, we struggled with it a little bit, and we haven't even looked at it since last Friday. I mean, we thought about it and read about it and stuff like that. But now we're back at it. We just needed that little bit of break.
And we had to work our real jobs.
XJs go for cheap. Yeah, we can get them for about 15 cents here. Just go ahead and do anything you want with that camera.
Sorry, guys, I dropped.
Earthquake! Oh my god. Yeah.
I dropped you. Sorry.
What injectors did you install? We just used the same old injectors.
Sorry if I'm making you sick here. I'm trying to. Well, let me get a shot here. So here's our relays. The lid's off here. You can see fuel pump is number 2 right there. So this guy right here is the number 2. So we're just gonna take this guy out and bypass it, right?
Yeah. Do you have that wire?
Camera accident. No.
Okay, let me run and get it.
I believe my TJ holds that pressure. Something about the pressure drop. Oops. Sorry, I lost your comment there.
Yeah, I don't know where that wire is. Oh, here it is.
So here's our fuel pressure relay. Now, so we are going to bypass this. So this front one has 12 volts all the time. Now with the ignition on, this one here and that one there have 12 volts. This guy is just the back one by the rear of it is, that's the ground. This one here on the back is the ground. So we're going to bypass from the front that has 12 volts all the time to the back here. Bring it to my shop in North Carolina. Yeah.
That's a long way.
That's a long drive in an old YJ.
Can you imagine?
All right, so what are we doing here?
Alan McIntosh. He's the one with the shop in North Carolina. I take back everything bad I said about you, Alan. Did I say anything? I didn't say anything.
You got the wire?
Yeah.
So we've got a little wire here to jump this relay. And what we're looking for is we want to run the pump, the fuel pump, for about 30 seconds. The fuel pump should pump out a liter in a minute, or real close to a liter in a minute. We have a 500cc bottle over there, which is half a liter. So if we run this for 30 seconds, it should fill that bottle. Do we have a... I'm going from this back terminal, or the front terminal here. Oh yeah, just have a...
let's talk about safety. We're also, you notice we're wearing eye protection, we've got our gloves on, and we've got a fire extinguisher nearby. Anytime I'm working with gas, I want these things nearby, and I'm really careful about where this gas is going or where it could possibly go.
We're ready to test the flow?
Yep. Time to test some flow. So you got a timer?
I got a timer here.
Okay.
You guys can't see that, but I'm going to time this with my tablet here for 30 seconds. Jason's... Yeah, why don't you put the bottle where we can see it? Yeah, we can see that. The wire's going to touch the body. I know, it's pretty close, huh? This is all plastic right here, so I think we're safe.
I'm nervous, though.
He's a nervous kind of guy. So we're going to run for 30 seconds.
Yep.
If it catches fire, you guys are going to have an epic seat, so don't go anywhere. And we don't have to have the key on.
Nope.
And this is 500 cc's?
Yep. Or 500 milliliters for the layperson.
So we're going to start this and run for 30 seconds. Ready? 2, 6, 7.
Looks pretty good.
10, 15, 20. Yeah, it's looking like the flow is actually not an issue. 25, 30.
Yeah, and it took a little bit to get going, so I'd say that's flowing at 500 milliliters per 30 seconds.
Yeah.
A liter per minute. So that's good. That's the amount that you want. If this were coming out of your knee, you wouldn't want that. You don't want to be draining any fluid out of your knee. But fluid from your vehicle, that's pretty good. Okay, what do you want done with this?
I'll just set it off to the side.
Or we can kick it over later. Oh, we got a lid in here, I think.
So it looks like our pressure is good and our flow is good. So let me get this stuff out of the way. Disconnect the shredder valve here. Let some of this fuel dry up.
Use that drag when you're done.
Yeah. Let's see.
That's alright. I'll read the comments. for you. Start it up.
Yeah.
That's it. Mike Campbell. Yep.
I wonder if we have. So the pump is working. Let's drain a little bit of this into it. We'll drain the rest of this into that bottle. Jason's flinging fuel all around.
Yeah, I'm off camera right there, right?
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, it kind of flew up by my face, which is exactly why I have goggles on. So then, you take the rag, stuff it in the top. Once you get it, wait, that's a different video.
So, our pump is working. We don't have like a fuel filter. It's not clogged. We have good flow, and we have good pressure. So, yeah, like somebody else said, start it up. It's like this.
So sparking timing, Robert, can't read that last name, Milich, says spark and timing. We have spark.
Yeah.
And the timing was off last week. Dale fiddled with that. We think we have the timing right. Of course, I should have brought my timing light. Again, didn't. Left it at my house. And I also want to point out the fact that every time Dale adjusts this camera, he adjusts it so I'm not on camera. It's like right here. This is made for short people. I think he has something against tall people.
So I'm putting the fuel relay back in. So we could have an injector problem, I guess, because we could still have pressure and flow, but the injectors could be bad.
Oh, right. The injectors could not be doing their job.
Yeah.
And we're getting flow up there. There's also the possibility that the relay is somehow pinking out on us. I don't know. We should try to run it with that temper wire.
Yeah. We'll try. What do you guys think? Try starting it with that jump wire in the relay in case the relay is bad, because there were some times where we clicked it on and we'd hear the relay switching, but then it would just stop. So we could have a faulty relay that's just working intermittently.
I'm not exactly sure how the relay works. I mean, it seems like the relay should engage, and then that would be you're powering your pump. And if that relay is failing in any way, or if it's just deciding like, no, I'm not going to make that connection, you're not going to get any power to your pump. That's a possibility too. That'd be something I'd have to research. But we could just try it.
So let's just try starting it now. You concur?
Yeah, or the injector's putting power.
Yeah.
Yeah, just swap relays. That's a great idea. We got 3 of these Jeeps around. I mean, they're everywhere. Let's go get a relay from another one of them.
Yeah, good idea. Thank you. Oh, that's funny. Just steal one from another Jeep. So Jason's going to steal one out of Fungus. If you're not familiar with Project Fungus, it's that guy right there. He's going to pull the relay out. While he does that, I think I'll try to start it up. Yeah. Yep, second one. Where can we get a relay? I'm gonna just try it for. Yeah, okay.
That relay goes on the cabinet. Good relay, because we know this one works. Goes right there. Hey, that's awesome.
Test the voltage at the injectors, or put your ear to screwdriver and see if you can hear them pulsing. Yeah, that'll be.
I got my stethoscope in the trunk. We could do that too. That's true. I mean, are we plugged in? Are we getting power?
So with that new relay, let's try it. Then we can start checking it.
Alright, so we got all the rags out of the way and everything.
much fuel. But it's firing.
Yeah, it's firing.
So the injectors are working. Or not the injectors, we have spark.
Yeah, we have spark.
I'm like,
Timing's right. Yeah, it's not getting gas.
so let's bypass that relay.
That's the fungal. I will let you hook it up since you've been the one to hook it up every time.
All right, here you got the camera.
Let's just put it on the tripod.
Here, I don't care if you have fuel on or whatever. Or you can put it on the tripod. Yeah, go ahead and put it on the tripod, and then when you're ready, you want to get in the cab.
Sure. All right. I'm going to put it on the tripod. Check your timing or advance it. We did that last week, and I think we took it from being bad to good. I mean, it'll start and run for a few seconds, and the timing sounds right. It's like it's just choking. Check your firing order. We did that too.
Yeah, firing order is good.
We like triple check that one.
Are you ready? So I'll tell you when it's hooked up. All right, you're hooked up.
So we're getting flow to the rail. We need to start suspecting that these injectors are not getting power. I'm not sure how to check them if we just pull one of these and they should be 12 volts. I'm not sure. I mean, they get their power from up in this thing.
Check your firing order. It wants to go. Yes, it does want to go.
Yeah.
It's not a fuel problem. Check your timing or advance. Yeah. Yeah, no, those are the comments we had already.
Oh, okay.
So we'll check the power to the injectors.
Yep. Don't know how to do that.
How long is our video at? We're at 22 minutes.
22 minutes.
Okay. I'll get my volt tester and you got it.
Yep.
You got the wires, plugs.
Okay, I've never done this. I'm just making an educated guess that I can test voltage right here. If I don't get anything here, I'll take a step back and kind of dig into it. These are tricky. Okay, we are out here. Not getting enough. You better.
Dying.
Yeah, it had a few volts. It read up to about 2 volts. It's a good question. What is going on there?
Let's see.
Don't know how many it's supposed to be getting. So we got good pressure. We got good flow.
Usually test voltage when it's cranking. Yeah, it doesn't sound like it's getting enough power. Crankshaft position sensor. Yeah, possibility.
Let me go grab my stethoscope. Keep the troops entertained.
PCM. Yes, possibly the PCM. So a lot of things to check still. But like, yeah, to review, we did spray starting fluid in it, and it fired and started for a second with the starting fluid. So yeah, maybe clogged injectors, like the injectors themselves are clogged. It's quite possible. I guess I should just buy new injectors for it instead of pulling them out of another vehicle, because then that would eliminate one of the problems. or potential problems. Can you put your voltmeter on the battery? Yeah. Let's see. We are at battery's at 12.5. So battery's still good. Bad fuel on the lines. Yes, possibly.
We've run enough fuel through there. That...
We bled off half a liter of fluid, so flow is okay. Posting again. Did you plug the injectors back in correctly? Yes. I had them all labeled when they came off, so that was very clear, the order. So actually the labels are probably still on them because I wrote right on the connections.
We could trace back and double check our wiring harnesses. Well, I mean, no, they're getting voltage.
Sometimes the 1 and 2 can get crossed. Yeah. Oh, the voltmeter on the battery when we crank it.
Oh yeah, if we're getting droppage.
Yeah. Let's see. You want to crank it?
Yep.
So we're at 12.5.
Ready?
Yep. Dropped to 8.8.
Yeah, that's too low.
You want to? I can put my jump starter on there.
Okay.
Let me grab the jump starter to give it an extra little boost, and we'll see.
That's the problem. Very well could be. However, we did use 2 different batteries last week. My old 4.2 has an ignition box under the water tank. Maybe it's broken and you get long time in the water tank. You're talking about the coolant recovery tank. That starter. We actually
Swapped out the starter.
we swapped out the starter. This is a second starter because he's got YJs, you know, all over the place. We said, well, let's just grab it. So we took 10 minutes, swapped them out.
Wait,
Oh, we have the relay out?
we had the relay out.
Huh.
We put the relay back in. That might help. This is out of this relay.
Yeah, this is out of this one. I put the one back in Fungus.
Oh, okay. So let's try jump starting it. So, but we suspect this might be a bad relay, right?
We suspect so, yeah.
So why don't we keep using a good relay? Fungus's relay.
Okay, but we got the same symptoms with 2 different relays. I mean, same exact.
But remember, this one quit working when we clicked it on and off, and this relay did quit.
Yeah. Make sure the engine is properly grounded.
Yeah.
You want to talk about that?
It is. The grounds on it are good. I mean, I cleaned everything with wire brush. There's no paint on it, on the ground at least. So, I guess it's something to double check. Two plugs swapped on the intake.
We got to get back to the fact that it's running with starter fluid. It starts and it runs. Here's the Fungus one. It starts and runs with starter fluid. That's one of our biggest clues.
Ready to jump start this?
Yeah. Everything else looks good.
This guy's on. Okay, we're good.
Go?
Yep.
What's the voltage as we try this? We got the relay in?
Yeah. Yeah,
that's okay.
It's trying.
Yeah. It'll charge 2 times.
Yeah, 10.5.
Alright, I quit. I'm leaving.
We should probably just end it there. We can talk, have people leave comments and
Yeah, we can have a discussion. Bad CPS, compression can ignite starter fluid. Doesn't mean it's getting fuel. Yeah, you're with the injection testing. Maybe we should just take a look, listen to those injectors real quick. PCM, I don't know. I mean, it was all running before the restart. I think we should go around and check all the wiring harnesses for sure. Idle air control valve or throttle sensor.
yeah, Robert says clogged injectors is my bet, and that's a very good guess.
Jake the Jeep is back. Welcome back, Jake. If it's running on starter fluid, it must be a delivery system. Variant says ASL, American Sign Language.
So let's listen to the injectors real quick and
Let's see. Thank you. All right, let's do that. I got the stethoscope right there. I don't know if it'll crank it up for me to hear it. Great, but I can hear a little pop, pop, pop in there. A little bit of a rattle.
so send it there and get people's comments.
Sure. Maybe we can have a little closing session. Sorry.
So we know it. Fuel rail is pressurized. It starts with starting fluid. Should we do that one more time just to confirm?
Yeah. How long does it run on starting fluid? If you continue spraying while it's running, I guess we could try that. That seems like a disaster waiting to happen, but yeah, we'll try that.
So if I squirt some starting fluid in here, okay. Starters, highly recommend it. It's awesome. Yes.
It's looping where it's trying to fire and then it's stopping. And it's trying to fire and then it's stopping. To me, that's almost back to a timing thing. But we really need that timing on it to put it on the mark to see.
It's not running on starter fluid.
Well, it did.
Yeah, it did at one point, but now it's giving us other issues.
We just abused it so much. So. They said it did. Yes. Spray it while cramping. Check start. Yeah, we've been there. It started and ran for 3 to 5 seconds on starting fluid. You know, it's not going to do that without spark. So I don't know. I think we just need to drive it off a cliff. Yes, Jake, we agree, but it started using starting fluid.
Try a different Jeep.
Yeah, we could do that and it'll totally work.
Battery is too weak. Are those battery wires and those batteries? I'll buy it for 500.
500. Sold. All right, well, it's up to you. You want to keep going or you want to...
No, I think that's good. Leave some comments down below of things you guys think we should be trying. Looks like the next thing we need to look at is the injectors. It did start on the starting fluid at one point, but now, I don't know, I think the battery might be kind of shot. Need to charge it.
Test spark again, all that. We could have...
Yeah,
it could be like flooded now as far as like having too much gas in the cylinders.
Yeah.
We got a few things to look at. So I think those are best to mess with off camera.
Okay. We'll end it here.
So is this... Oh wait.
So leave your comments down below of what you guys think the symptoms are here and what we've gone through. Firing order is correct. We triple checked that. It has spark because we actually pulled the plug and checked that, but we should get your timing gun and check every wire, make sure it's...
Yeah, we'll do that. And as somebody said, check the plugs. Yep.
Yeah.
An hour or two run. Yep. If you put the key on and turn the engine by hand, can you hear the CPS triggering the fuel pump? Haven't tried that. And turning it by hand with the key on feels like a really bad idea. Not saying it's a bad idea, just seems like if you turned it and it started, that would be a really bad idea. So we'll pull a plug and see if it's wet. We should do that.
Yeah. So leave your comments down below. Thank you guys for watching. I appreciate your help, and I hope my struggles here help somebody else out too. Thank you guys for watching. Later, guys.
Yeah, do you have a spark plug socket?